David Bay here for MuscularDevelopment.com. We're in Chicago for the 2015 NPC Junior National Championships. I'm hanging out here with heavyweight competitor Brad Campbell. Brad, for everybody at MuscularDevelopment.com not familiar with yourself, give us a little bit of background. You know, how'd you get into working out, where you're from, and what are some of the shows that you've done leading here into the 2015 Junior Nationals?
Sure. Did my first show in 2003 in Daytona Beach, Florida. About 143 pounds at that first show. And since then, just done numerous shows off and on throughout the years. It's always been a hobby, so it's always just when, it fit with life.
Works, sure.
But, fortunately, I have a lot of support around me now. So we were able to compete this year. Did the Dennis James 3 weeks ago today. Took the heavyweight in the overall there. Weighed in about 207, about 211 today. I think I'll be sharper, harder, so.
Now, we talk to a lot of guys all the time, and over the course of a handful of years, we see guys go up 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, but to go from 147 about 12 years ago, have you grown 6 inches, or, did you just start off as just a real slender guy?
That first show, I was 21 years old.
Okay.
Granted, so I'm about 31, 32, turning 32 soon, so it's just the consistency, which you guys know, 5 pounds here, 7 pounds here a year, times 10 years is a lot of weight. So just being real consistent with the whole thing. Had some really great support and coaching along my side. It's people that have really helped figure out my body. Most recently Jose Raymond helped me with this prep, and my boy Dan Saxton. Both those guys play huge roles getting ready for the show, and I didn't think I was going to be a heavyweight when I started prepping for this, and I kept on trying to get to the light heavies, and they said you just can't do it, not with your body. So
right.
I never thought I'd be a heavyweight, and we'll see where we can go from here. So
well, I saw some pictures of you competing when you won the Dennis James. Actually, Jose had sent them to me. I can't wrap my head around any way that you drop another 7 or 8 pounds to get down to heavyweight. What's it like working with Jose? Everybody in muscular development and people in the industry knows he's one of the best guys. He's a character. He's always showing up shredded. What's it like doing a show prep with Jose?
I'd met Jose before, but during this prep is when we really got to know each other, and he is the same person that he portrays himself as. No bullshit, straight shooter, perfect kind of guy to have on your side. He coached me just like I know he does with Chris. Every morning, send him pictures, send him my weight, and he'd tell me what to eat each day. So knowing that I had that kind of attention from somebody and that kind of support was huge. But he is, again, he's a character, keeps you on, definitely, always knew how to lighten the situation when I was hard down on myself, and really wanted to make him proud this weekend. So.
All right, well, as far as help goes, doesn't get much better than one of the top IFBB pros and your 2015 Arnold Classic 212 champion. Got to get him a little plug there, but we're going to wrap things up for now. Do you want any shout-outs, any thank yous other than Jose before we wrap things up here today?
Yeah, again, most importantly, I want to thank my fiance, standing right over there, Courtney. Without this, nothing would have been possible. Everyone who's done this before knows the sacrifice that goes around you have to make, and she's really helped make them with me. So couldn't have done it without her, couldn't be here without her. So
all right, guys, and with that, we're going to wrap things up. So once again, from the 2015 NPC Junior Nationals, this is David Bay with heavyweight competitor Brad Campbell for MuscularDevelopment.com. David Bay here for MuscularDevelopment.com. We are here in Chicago for the 2015 NPC Junior National Championships. I'm hanging out here with middleweight competitor Vladimir Petric. Did I get that right, Vladimir? All right. Vladimir, no stranger to a national level stage. This isn't your first time we've seen you here in the Nationals. First time at Junior Nationals, am I correct?
Yes, first time here.
All right. But for the guys who aren't familiar with you at MuscularDevelopment.com, give us a little bit of background, where you're from, how you've got started in competing, and some of the things that you've done prior to Junior Nationals here in Chicago.
Sure. I started competing back in 2012 with the Atlantic States. Afterwards, I delved into the national level a little bit. I didn't do so well. I probably wasn't ready yet. You know, a lot of times guys will jump right in thinking that they are, but you know,
been there.
ultimately, like I see it as a learning experience, and I think it still served me well. But now, for the last about year and a half since I did nationals, I decided to take some time off. You know, get in the gym, get back into the basics, and put on some density and thickness. That was the overall goal. And now we came in. I did Atlantic States again. I won my class there, and then we came to Junior Nationals. So
The Atlantic States, was that just this past weekend then?
it was Saturday, yeah.
All right. And you competed as a middleweight there as well, or are you coming down a class for juniors?
Well, yeah, initially we thought we'd end up in light heavy, but I ended up squeezing into middleweight, which I'm fine with. You know, you got to utilize the weight classes to your advantage. So, you know, a week later now, we decided to stick with the same weight class.
All right. Now, for the guys who might be thinking about doing national level shows in back-to-back weeks, we know that can be tricky. Tell us a little bit about just a breakdown of the last 4 or 5 days for you. Again, we know it's difficult to do shows just a few weeks apart, but having a show last weekend and having to travel west, it's got to be a little bit difficult. How have you planned that all out and made it all happen?
Well, I'd say the only difficult part is just watching what you eat after that show. You can't overdo it. You know, I had one meal that night, and then the next morning, right back to cardio, right back to depleting and making sure that I don't rebound too much, and everything turned out well. So just keep your discipline. Don't neglect that.
All right, Vladimir. Before we wrap things up, any shout-outs, any thank yous you want to send out, friends, family?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Nick Gilly. He was an integral part of this prep. I want to thank Muscle Meds also. They've been helping me get here as well, and that's about it.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up. Make sure to check back Friday. We got our Fabulous Female Friday, all the action going on for our women's prejudging. Then Saturday, we got the men's starting in the morning, final Saturday night as always. So make sure to check back to musculardevelopment.com. We're going to have our live play-by-play pictures, our live pictures going up, everything you guys have come to expect from musculardevelopment.com. But for right now, we're going to let Vladimir do his thing. So once again, this is David Bay with Vladimir Petric from the 2015 NPC Junior Nationals for musculardevelopment.com.